welcome back. Now we're going to make this box for our cards that we just made. You can see what it looks like from all sides. And here's the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. And here are the things that you're going to need. You're going to need a 2 3/4 by 4 1/4 inch piece of Specialty Designer Series paper. Again, I'm using the pink stripes, pink and white stripes, to coordinate with the cards. You need a 2 5/8 by 4 inch piece of Whisper White cardstock. You need a piece of scrap Whisper White cardstock. And you need, for the box, a piece of 6 1/2 by 9 3/4 inch cardstock. Okay, since this is black and it's hard to see, I'm going to hold this up here for a second with all of my measurements on it so that you can see. It's, let me zoom out a little. Oh, wrong way. It is 6 1/2 by 9 1/4. Okay, and then when you turn it on the long side like this, you're going to score at 3 4 inches. So let me do that with my basic black cardstock. Whoops. If I can find my score tool. I don't seem very organized. We're going to score at 3 4 inches. And then we're going to flip with the short edge at the top, and we're going to score at 1 inch and 5 1/2 inches. 1 and 5 1/2. Now up here in the top right hand corner, or left hand, I'm sorry, we're going to make a tick mark at the 1/2 inch mark, and over here in the right we're going to make a tick mark at the 6 inch mark. See that here on my white template? 1/2 inch, 6 inch. Then we're going to measure from this 4 inch score line. This 4 inch score line, we're going to measure from that score line to the 2 3/4 inch mark. Now the easiest way to do that is to put the short edge up at the top. Well, maybe that isn't the easiest way to do. I'll use my ruler. I'm going to measure from the 4 inch score line along the edge of the paper 2 3/4 inches on both sides. Two and 3/4 inches. Okay, let me get rid of my scoring tool. You can see on my white pattern, I drew a line from the 1/2 inch mark to the edge where I marked 2 3/4 inches, and same on the right side from the 6 inch mark down to the 2 3/4 inch mark. So I'm going to use my ruler to mark that. It's hard to see with the black. That's why I have the white. We're going to cut that little triangle piece away with our paper trimmer so we can make the sides of the box. Where is it? There it is. And score. Okay, and now we'll cut. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to see on the black. Now we're going to cut those little triangles away. So I'll take my paper trimmer And I'll line that right up on the cut line. There we go. And we'll cut that off on each side. So now our basic black cardstock looks like that at the top. Okay, I'm going to fold on all of the score lines. Okay, and I'm going to snip on the 3 and the 4-inch score lines. Make little tabs. I like to notch so that it fits together better. Okay, there we have that. Okay, now I'm going to take my piece of 2 3/4 by 4 1/4 inch designer series paper, and I'm going to attach that to the box front. This short end is the box front, and as soon as I find my snail, which is right here, I will attach that. Okay, then I'll take my 2 1/2 inch punch and I will punch out, I'll center that and punch out a half circle. Okay, so we have that. Now when we assemble this box, you have a half circle cut out there from the front. Okay, next thing we need to do is take our 2 5/8 inch by 4 inch piece of cardstock and attach that. I'm making it flush with this edge. I guess you don't have to if you don't want to. You could center it on your DSP, but I'm putting it flush with the edge. Let me use this because I see that I put too much adhesive on this piece of white cardstock and I don't want it to stick to my mat. So there we go. Okay, and we're going to take our punch again, our 2 1/2 inch circle punch, and I'm going to line it up and punch a half circle out of the white. So there we have that. Okay? Next thing we need is some tear and tape that I forgot to get out, that I usually cut. We're going to flip this over and we're going to put a little piece on each of these little tabs. Flip it over to the inside of the box and we'll put a piece on each of these tabs. Okay, we'll flip it back over and we'll start with these 2 tabs. We'll remove the backing on the tear and tape. Maybe. Yes. Sometimes you have to make sure it's stuck before you can get the backing off, and we will slide those to the inside of the card box, just like that. So now you have this. So we'll take this off on either side. We'll fold it down and adhere the sides. So you've got your box. Okay, there are step-by-step instructions on the PDF file that you'll find below the video, along with a diagram of what the box looks like and the measurements. Okay, so there's our box. We're going to set that to the side and we'll work on the decorations. Okay, for our box decorations, we need a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock and our embossing buddy, because on one end we are going to gold emboss this long leaf again. So we're going to stamp with Versamark. Oops, it's coming off. Let's do this. And we'll add some gold embossing powder. And we will heat emboss. It's like magic. I love this stuff. Okay, now on the other end, we're going to stamp another pink flamingo. Oh, well, my stamps don't want to stick today. I forgot something else that we need to gold emboss, but let me do this pink flamingo. We'll stamp her right there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, the other thing we need to emboss in gold is the hello sentiment from the Pop of Paradise stamp set. So we can do that right next to the gold leaf. Let me make sure I have embossing buddy down. There we go. Nice. Okay, so now we need to do a little fussy cutting again. The hello sentiment will be cut out with the 1 3/4 inch punch. So I can go ahead and do that right now. And set that off to the side. Okay, and give me a few seconds to get both of these cut out with my scissors, and I'll be right back. Okay, if you see right here, I've got all my cutting done. I used the 1 1/4 inch punch to cut out the hello, and my paper snips to cut out this large gold embossed leaf, and I cut out the flamingo. And if you notice, I didn't bother with his legs or her legs because we don't really need them. Okay, now we're going to take our box and we're going to... Okay, as I was saying, I ran out of space on my other chip. I finished fussy cutting the flamingo without the flamingo's legs and the large leaf, and now I'm going to start attaching them to the front of the box to decorate. So I'm going to flip the flamingo over, and I'm going to put a little adhesive just on the flamingo's tail, and I'm going to attach the flamingo right about there on the box. Okay, next thing I'm going to put down is a small foil doily. Okay, see the doily's covering the fact that the flamingo has no legs, which is a good thing. So we'll attach that. Next thing I'm going to put down is some gold metallic thread. Wrap it around my fingers to make some pretty loops. And some adhesive right over the center of that gold doily. And we'll just stick that on there like that. The messier the better, so they tell me. Okay, next thing we want to put down is this gold leaf, and that's going to go on flat. So I'll add some adhesive to the back of that. Some of my fussy cutting didn't come off. It doesn't really matter because it's going up against white. You won't be able to tell, but so we'll stick that on there. Okay, next thing I want to do is use my 1 3/4 inch punch and a piece of this gold flecked Specialty Designer Series paper from the Pop of Pink. Cut out a circle, and I will put a dimensional on the back of that. And lay that over to the right so you can see part of the doily. Okay, and now I need, where'd I put it? Here it is, a 3-inch piece of this gold sequin trim. That looks like about 3 inches, and I'm going to cut off a piece. And I'm going to attach that with a glue dot. Right about there. Okay, and now I have my gold hello, and I'll put a dimensional on the back of that, and I'll put that off to the left right over the gold sequin trim, and there you have the box. It's as easy as that. Well, I hope you enjoyed your visit here today. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I believe my phone number's at the top of the blog. You could give me a call. I'd be more than happy to help. So until next time, stampers, happy stamping!